I've watched the questions multiply faster than the days go by. Every answer sold with doubt. Every cure comes with a shout. I've chased solutions dressed in fire, watched them rise and then expire. But one thing keeps surviving, every season, every riot. After all the dust is gone, something simple still goes on. Love is still the answer. When the math won't work, when the words get tangled and the truth still hurts. It's not flashy, it's not fast, but it's the only thing that lasts. Love is still the answer. I've seen progress turn to pride, seen good people pick a side, seen wisdom traded for applause, seen fear rewritten into laws. But underneath the grand design, every heart still beating time. Every soul still wants to know if it's safe to let love show. After every clever plan, we still need a human hand. Love is still the answer. When we're tired of being sure, when the fix keeps breaking and the cure needs more, it won't dominate or conquer, it won't sharpen every edge. Love is still the answer. That we hedge. I don't mean the slogan kind that leaves the work behind. I mean the love that costs you sleep, the kind you promise yourself to keep. The love that listens, love that stays, love that shows up anyway. Love that doesn't need to win, just needs to not give in. Not give in. Love is still the answer. Yeah. In the gray, when the lines all blur and the night won't say what comes next or how it ends. Love's the only means we send. Love is still the answer. Not because it's easy, not because it's safe, but because everything else eventually breaks. Love is still the answer. After all this time, when the questions circle back and the truth won't rhyme, if we ever find a way, it'll be by what we gave away. Love is still the answer. Still was, still is, still is. I've tried to read the weather signs, try to outrun the tide, try to hold the sky in place with white-knuckled hands and pride. I burned myself on forecasts I was never meant to know, mistook control for wisdom when it was fear below. I don't calm the sea by force, I learned to trust the course. Let God handle the storm, I'll handle the sail. I'll keep my heart steady when the winds wail. I don't need to wrestle the rain or prove I'm strong. Let God handle the storm, I'll keep moving on. Every wave keeps asking me who I think I am, whether I'm the architect or just another man. I've shouted orders at the sky like it owed me peace, but the moment I loosened my grip, the panic started to release. Faith isn't fixing every squall, it's not quitting when you fall. Let God handle the storm, I'll mind the flame. I'll choose what's steady, not what's loud or ran. If the night feels twice as long and the shore feels gone, let God handle the storm. I'll stay kind and strong, I'll stay kind and strong, I'll stay kind and strong, I'll stay kind and strong. There's a quiet and surrender that doesn't feel like loss. It feels like finally laying down what I couldn't ever cross. I still show up, I still wrote, I still name what's true. I just stopped pretending I was meant to be you. Let God handle the storm, I'll walk my part, I'll guard the compass of my heart. If the thunder wants a throne, it won't get one here. Let God handle the storm, I'm staying clear. I don't need to see the end to take the next right step. I don't need a promise now, just breathe. I haven't kept. The sea can rage, the sky can warn. I'll stay where I can form. Let God handle the storm, I'll choose the way of patience, courage, day by day. When the waters rise and roar, I won't be undone. Let God handle the storm, I'll love someone. Hands open, eyes ahead, still moving. The world is cold, you can feel it now.
In the sideways looks and the fake smile vows. Everybody watching, nobody seeing. Everybody talking, nobody meaning. We scroll past joy like it's something old. Measure our worth by another man's glow. Used to clap when somebody won. Now we ask why them, why not us? Turn blessings into silent fights. Comparing souls on a glowing light. We don't say hate, we just go numb. Call it honesty, but it's envy, son. Ain't nobody losing when someone shines, but we act like love is a short supply. Yeah, the world is cold, everybody keeping score. Counting likes instead of lifting souls. Wonder what we're living for. If we could just be happy for someone else. Be a cheerleader, be a friend. Put the jealousy back on the shelf. This cold world could bend. Yeah. Yeah. Social feeds full of quiet wars. Everybody rich, everybody bored. Nobody says, man, I'm proud of you. We just zoom in on what we don't have to. We call it truth, we call it fair. But bitterness don't breathe fresh air. I felt it in my own chest too. That little voice saying, what about you? Had to sit with it, had to pray, had to learn to clap anyway. Cause joy multiplies when you let it go, and envy only makes it snow. What if we warmed the room we walked in? What if we meant the praise we sent? What if winning wasn't a threat? What if love wasn't something we rationed? Yeah, the world is cold, but it don't have to stay that way. We could thaw it out with open hands, with one real word, one real hate. If we stop measuring, stop the race, stop freezing every space we're in. We don't need to be the best, just don't be cold. Be human. Yeah. You don't lose when I win. I don't fade when you shine. There's room for all of us. Yeah. If we stop drawing lines. Yeah, the world is cold. Okay. Be happy for each other. It costs nothing, and it warms everything. We didn't fix the whole damn world, didn't tie it up in truth, but we learned how to stand a while and let love move us through. What we found won't disappear just because the crowd's not here. We're still here together, even when we part. What we shared keeps beating like a second heart. No promise written in stone, just the truth we've grown. We're still here together. Tomorrow brings us normal weight. Same old road, same old debates, but something in the shifted shape, something learned how not to break. We know the sound of each other now, know the pace, know the tone. Even when we walk alone, we're not alone. If love learned a way to stay, it doesn't fade with distance or days. We're still here together, across the miles, in the way we speak, in the way we smile. No uniform, no tether, just hearts aligned. We're still here together, all the time. I'll recognize you in the crowd by how you listen, not how loud. By the pause before you speak, by the mercy you keep. If the night gets sharp again, if the world forgets our name, we'll remember what we saw and choose it all the same. We're still here together. When the noise returns, in the patience we practice, in the bridges we burn. No oath swore forever, just lives intertwined. We're still here together. We're still here together. Not because we stayed the same, but because we chose to change. Not because we all agree, but because we let love together under different skies, carrying the same small fire in different lives. If this is all we ever prove, it's more than enough truth. We're still here together.
Go in peace. Carry it on. Hey.
I used to think forgiveness meant letting the cold stay in, smiling through the damage done, calling numbness strength. But there's a heat that doesn't rage, a flame that doesn't scar. It burns away the bitterness and leaves me where I am. It doesn't erase the past, it changes what it has. Forgiveness is a fire that warms but doesn't burn. It lights the dark places where I refuse to learn. It doesn't say you're blameless, it doesn't say it's fine. Forgiveness is a fire, and tonight it's mine. Carried ash inside my chest, called it being aware. But every grudge I thought I held was holding me right there. I don't need to keep the wound to prove the cut was real. I don't need to bleed forever to justify how I feel. If healing's not denial, then this is how it starts. Forgiveness is a fire that clears the air. I can breathe again, standing right here. It doesn't force a reunion, it doesn't cross my line. Forgiveness is a fire I choose in time. I'm not pretending it was small. I'm not pretending it was fair. I'm just done letting yesterday tell me who I am. If mercy has a temperature, it's steady, not extreme. It melts the chains I didn't know were still attached to me. Forgiveness is a fire that makes me new. Not because they changed, but because I do. I don't need an apology to start this climb. Forgiveness is a fire, and it's alive. I won't use it as a weapon, I won't hide behind the flame. I'll let it do what fire does, transform without the blame. Forgiveness is a fire I tend with care, not to forget, but to repair. If freedom cost me letting go, then that's the price I'll gladly pay. Forgiveness is a fire that shows the way.
Yeah. We've learned how to answer fast, how to interrupt the past, how to sharpen every thought before it's fully caught. We speak in summaries, we hear what we expect. We wait our turn to talk, not to understand, to connect. There's a space between the sound where truth still hangs around. Teach us to listen again, not to fix, not to win, just to sit with what is said. Let it land, let it bend. If love is more than making sense, teach us to listen again. Yeah. I've heard pain dressed up as rage, heard fear
fear hiding in debate. I've missed the ache behind the tone because I was guarding my own. If every word's a battleground, then nobody's hearing now. But if I lower my defense, something honest slips back in. Understanding doesn't mean I have to disappear.
Teach us to listen again.
With our eyes, with our skin, hear the question under blame, hear the human under name. If peace has a discipline,
Teach us to listen again.
I don't need to fill the air to show that I'm still there. I don't need the final say to keep my worth intact. Sometimes the bravest move is letting silence do what shouting never could. Make room for something good. Teach us to listen again. When it's awkward, when it's tense, when the story isn't clean, when it challenges what we believe, if wisdom waits its turn. Yeah, teach us to listen again.
slow me down, hold my tongue, let me hear what's underneath. Not the mask, not the front, just the need.
Teach us to listen again. So when we speak, we meant, so our words don't wound or close, but leave a door, leave a road if the world is gonna heal.
Teach us to listen again. Still here. Still hip.
Still here. Still open.
Yeah. Still here. I thought peace would feel like quiet, like the work was finally through, like a room with all the answers and nothing left to prove. But it shows up as a decision in the middle of the day, when my thoughts are loud and restless, and I still choose what I say. It finds me in the small moments when nobody's watching me, in the tone I use with strangers and who I let myself be. It asks me before I react, before I harden my defense. Am I trying to be right now, or trying to make some sense? It's not a feeling I can chase, it's a habit I retrain. It's a muscle that I strengthen every time I feel the strain.
It takes practice.
Every day, in the words I choose and the fights I walk away.
It's not passive,
It's precise.
peace takes practice.
In real life, I reach for calm like it was luck, something earned or something won. But it's built inside the silence before the damage is done. It's in the breath I almost skip when my chest wants armor on. It's staying present in the room when disappearing feels less wrong. It's choosing not to sharpen knives when I feel misunderstood. It's learning how to sit with hurt without turning hard or rude. It's letting questions live a while instead of rushing to defend. It's believing there's more power in how I choose to bend. Peace doesn't mean I disappear or trade my voice for fear. It means I stay and tell the truth and still keep mercy near.
It takes practice.
In the heat, when my pride wants center stage and mercy wants a seat.
It's not weakness,
It's a skill,
peace takes practice.
and I don't master it overnight. I fail more than I succeed. Some days I forget completely what I said I believe. But every time I try again, something loosens in my chest, like the grip I had on being right finally lets me rest. It's choosing patience over proof, curiosity over blame. It's letting go of the hunger to set somebody straight. It's learning I don't have to win every battle in my head. Some truths arrive more gently when I leave them unsaid.
Peace takes practice.
Slow and sure in the habits of the heart that actually endure.
It's not magic,
It's a path,
peace takes practice.
aftermath. I won't confuse calm with escape or silence with retreat. I won't vanish to feel safe or call avoidance peace. I'll stay awake inside the mess with both feet on the street, learning how to love the moment even when it isn't need. I won't trade honesty for comfort or hide behind control. I let the cracks remind me I'm still human, still whole. If I stumble, I'll forgive myself and stand up where I am, because peace was never promised, it was something I could learn.
Peace takes practice.
Night and day, in forgiveness and restraint, and what I don't say. If the world is gonna change, it starts with how I live.
Peace takes practice.
I felt the pull to mirror back, the same sharp tone, the same attack. It feels so right in the moment's heat to trade my ground for louder feet. But every time I cross that line, something sacred gets resigned. I win the point, I lose the thread of who I was before I said. If I'm not careful, what I
I choose, I lose more than I prove. We won't become what we fight. We won't let hate teach us how. We won't trade truth for appetite, or bow to the crowd. If darkness wants to set the tone, we'll answer different, answer slow. We won't become what we fight. Fight, fight, fight. I've watched good causes rot inside from how they learned to vilify. Started pure, ended mean, forgot what justice used to mean. I don't want victory that cost the very soul I'm trying to guard. I don't want freedom built on fear, or peace that disappears if love is still the higher ground. Then this is how it's found. We won't become what we fight. We won't sharpen every word. We won't turn people into symbols just to feel assured. If the line between us grows too thin, we'll step back and choose again. We won't become what we fight. Fight, fight, fight. Yeah, I can be firm without contempt, clear without the need to vent. I can resist without becoming the thing I'm standing against. There's a way to hold the truth without a clenched jaw or refuse. There's a way to stay awake without becoming the awake. We won't become what we fight. We won't let anger lead. We won't confuse being loud with having to be seen. If the night keeps pushing close, we'll hold the line the quiet way. We won't become what we fight. Fight, fight, fight. I don't need to wear the mask of the enemy I'm asked to defeat by imitation. That's not liberation. I'll keep my hands where they can heal, keep my feet on what is real. We won't become what we fight. Even when it's hard, even when it costs us ground or breaks our guard. If the world forgets what's right, we'll remember through our lives. We won't become what we fight. Fight, fight. We won't become what we fight. Fight, 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 fight. We won't become what we fight. Fight, different fire, same light. I've seen the power of raised voices, heard the thrill and harder choices, watched conviction turn to stone when it forgot it wasn't alone. I've learned there's another way to stand my ground and still stay kind, to hold my truth without the urge to leave someone behind. I don't need to push to prove, I don't need to bruise to move. Stand up softly, stay awake. Let your courage be what you make. No fist, no armor, just a spine. Stand up softly every time. I felt the rush of being sure, felt the cost of needing more. Every time I swung too hard, I lost the thing I meant to guard. Now I choose a steadier flame, one that warms but doesn't shame, one that lights the path ahead without leaving scorched. Instead, strength doesn't have to roar to walk through every door. Stand up softly, feet on ground. Let your values make the sound. No throne, no enemy, just clarity. Stand up softly. I won't mistake restraint for fear or gentleness for unclear. I can speak and still remain fully human in the strain. If the world demands a fight, I'll answer with a different light, one that holds its shape and hue without forgetting who is who. Stand up softly, clear and kind, with an open heart and steady mind. No need to harden, no disguise. Stand up softly with your life. I don't need to dominate to demonstrate what I believe. I just need to live it out so others see. Stand up softly, stay true. Let your love be visible, do you? If this is how the future's made, then this is how I stand today. Stand up softly. Stand up softly. Unarmed, unashamed. feathers are folded up and the night gets thin. When the circle breaks apart and real life walks back in. Take the quiet you found here like a pocket of flame. Not to set the world on fire, just to warm the rain. You don't have to save the day, just don't forget the way. Carry this song with you when the road gets long, when the noise comes back and you feel alone. Let it hum under your breath like a promise you can keep. Carry this song with you when the comments turn to knives and the rooms divide. When the easy thing is hard and the hard thing's right. Let the melody remind what you chose that night. How love sounded truer when you didn't have to fight. If you lose the words you knew, let the rhythm pull you through. Carry this song with you into traffic and time, into meetings and kitchens, into ordinary lives. If the harmony thins and the chorus feels new, carry this song with you. I don't know what's coming next, I don't know the cost, but I know what we touched here wasn't something lost. It doesn't need a stage or a perfect cue, it just needs a human heart willing to be true. Carry this song with you. Not as memory, not as proof, as a way of walking, as a way of truth. Carry this song with you till it becomes your tone, till the way you speak feels like coming home. When the night asks who you are and what you're living for, carry this song through the door, low and steady, it goes on. Carry this song with you. Carry this song with you. Carry this song with you. Yeah. Yeah. Morning finds the empty field, footprints fading to reveal what we said still hangs around in quieter, truer sound. The grass remembers every step, every promise we have kept. Nothing sacred packed away, it just learned a new way to stay. If faith ever leaves a trace, it's how we move through ordinary space. After the amen, we live it out in traffic, kitchens, doubt. After the amen, no holy glow, just love deciding where to go. After the amen, I carry you in how I pause, in how I listen, how I cause less harm, more room to breathe, more patience than I need. The song didn't end last night, it just lost the firelight. Now it walks without a name, learning how to stay the same. If prayer has a second act, it looks like this, it looks like that. After the amen, we choose again when the habit pulls us back. After the amen, we stand or bend, but we don't forget what then. After the amen, I won't wait for perfect days to practice what I say. I won't save my better self for a moment on a shelf. I won't wait for perfect days to practice what I say. I won't save my better self for a moment on a shelf. If grace is something you become, it happens when the crowd is gone, when no one's counting what you do, and love is still the move you choose. After the amen, in the in-between, when the world is just the world. After